everybody, thanks for watching. Just a quick reminder that the all 3 sale is still available. Make sure you guys take advantage of that sale. I posted it a couple days ago. A lot of people took advantage of it, but I didn't make a video explaining it. But yeah, make sure you guys grab this deal. So we have a lot of extra books from the 2nd edition that's left over. It's a lot of books that we want to get out first for the people who have been waiting. So you guys got to be patient and let those people get those books first. Those books are shipping out. You're going to get an email. If you didn't get that book and you've been waiting on that book, the 2nd edition book, you'll receive an email soon with a tracking number for the people who have been waiting. I know it's been a process. It's been long. You know, I see the comments and people thinking, you know, never have I been a scammer. I explained what the situation was and why things take so long. And I know this is a generation where people are so used to getting things quick in 2 days or what have you. And, you know, customer service and everything like that. And it's just, we don't, you know, I don't have it like that. I don't have, you know, a bunch of people working like I used to get things out quickly. But we are moving fast and things are going out quickly. Flash drives are still going out. Things are going out as quickly as possible. So I appreciate the patience. But it's a good deal, and that's one of the reasons why it's a good deal at $69.99 for all 3. It's because of, you know, it's been a delay in the past before, but everything is good now. We're getting things out quickly as possible. So we appreciate the support and the patience for everybody on this situation. But get this deal. You know, I'm not going to do this again. I was going to raise the price, but since a lot of people didn't see it, I'm going to keep it at this price for the next couple days, and it's going to go back up. So the book is $200 by itself. I sell it for $189, $200. So get this deal. You get all 3, making it affordable once again. And yeah, take advantage of this sale. It will be down soon. Appreciate everybody who supported so far, and appreciate everybody who's been patient. And yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, besides, you know, everybody talking about what happened with the whole Titanic submersible, or the, you know, the submarine that supposedly got lost, you know, we know what's up with that. Stuff happens, and you know, it's always weird shit when it comes to anything that's like this. Because if you do your research on those little submarines, you know they have beacons. I mean, they have everything to be ready and prepared for something like this. Now, I'm obsessed with Titanic. For people who know me closely, know I'm obsessed with that ship. I know everything about it. But one of the things you should know, if you have seen, even with James Cameron, if you watch the Titanic movie, you remember when they sent down those little ROVs, they had tethers. They was tethered. You know where the ship is. You know where it's at. So it's not hard to get a tether on these submarines for it to go down there, just in case something like this happens, and then you don't have to worry about nothing being lost and you can pull it back up. You know, son's partying while they're looking for your dad, and there's crazy shit going on with the situation. But yeah, a lot of people hit me up and ask me about that. You know, it is what it is, whatever, you know, something crazy probably happened. But I don't think it's on the up and up, just for the simple fact that, I mean, they're getting James Cameron involved with the interview, and you got all this military interviews, and it's just too much surrounding it. Eventually the truth will come out, and there's a lot of videos out there on the truth about the Titanic, what have you. But you know, it's done and over with. It is what it is on that situation. And you know, I would think a billionaire would be a lot more careful with something like this, but you know, who knows. So yeah, we got into this, you know, huge debate on duality. And a lot of people are getting into the understanding of the Bible being a dualistic book. It's something that I talked about in a lot of videos about the dualistic aspect of the Bible, and just understand that it's talking about duality. You know, even in the creation, in the beginning, when it's talking about male and female, you know, I broke that whole thing down. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. You know, what does that mean? So after our image, after our own likeness, and then male and female created he them, it says. So it's giving you the understanding that this God has a dualistic nature that is male and female, which we all have masculine and feminine qualities. It's just a quick understanding on the beginning. You know, even, you know, when you're in first creation, you know, everybody is genderless in the beginning until, you know, testosterone, the secretion happens or doesn't happen, and a woman recreates herself. So this secretion of testosterone is how we get men, and that's how men are, you know, are born, with the secretion of testosterone. and you have a male versus a female, but it's still this dualistic energy that exists. It's a lot more, I get into that a lot more deeper, but understanding the dualistic nature of the Bible and what's in there, and just how people getting confused over good and evil. Good and evil is dualistic. We are dualistic beings. Everything we do has a dualistic nature. It's not hard to comprehend good and evil. It's not hard to comprehend that the devil obviously is on the side of evil. God is on the side of good. The evil, devil, God, good. And it's something that's so simple, it's hard for people to accept it because it's so simple. So when you say that, devil is just, evil, the evil, and God is just, one more O is good, and that's all it is, they like, nah, that's some bullshit. Because it sounds too good. It sounds too simple. But then when you start reading the Bible and looking at these aspects of Satan and God, it's little parts that they put out there. And, you expect Satan to be super evil. I mean, I've seen in movies and in real life, people do way more evil things in real life and in movies than Satan does in the Bible, when you understand. So, I mean, even when Satan tempts Job, that's evil. It's crazy. But he tempts Jesus, and you would think that, you know, he would kill Jesus. This is the supposed Son of God, and you would think he would kill Jesus and just be going around killing people and doing way more than what he's done in the Bible. I mean, it's more God killing in the Bible than the devil. And then, you see people, and Christians always say, that God is not capable of evil. And, you read in the Bible that God is capable of evil and he does evil. He sends evil spirits on Saul. And he causes the Pharaoh not to be able to make up his own mind. It's one of those things that people say, oh, we have free will and God can't control free will. Well, he controls free will multiple times in the Bible. So you see these aspects of God that are evil. He does evil things. Remember, when he sends the angel to go and destroy Jerusalem, and he says, stay now thy hand, because he realized that what he was doing was evil. He said, he realized it's evil, and, it repenteth him. God said, oh shit, I messed up. Giving you that, God is not perfect, even though they say God is perfect. The Bible says God is perfect. Preachers tell you all the time, God is perfect, can't make no mistakes. Clearly, God should have known if these angels was coming down into the daughters of men that what happened was going to happen. You don't create all these beings and put them into existence and then drown them all and kill them. If you knew what was going to happen, what's going to happen. If God is supposed to know all and control all, everything's supposed to be God will and God control this and God does this, but he didn't know that these beings would become evil and basically turn the world evil, and everybody would be so evil that he would have to kill them all. And then you got to think about it, that, God drowns all these people, kill everybody except for, Job and his family. He kills all these people for being evil, yet he leaves Satan alive. That doesn't make sense. So this is all giving you this understanding of duality, this dualistic nature that exists, which, good and evil is a part of. So, he doesn't kill Satan because God is Satan. We see the evil aspects. If Satan represents evil itself, the devil, the evil, then we see this evil in God in the Bible multiple times, killing millions of people, killing babies, slaughtering babies, robbing people and taking their stuff. You got to understand, it's dualistic, it's duality. So even when you have Moses and the 10 Commandments, Moses come down Mount Sinai, presents the 10 Commandments to the Israelites. Thou shalt not have any gods before me, any other gods before me. Thou shalt not kill, steal, or what have you. Get these 10 Commandments. But then God orders them to basically go and break those commandments. So why are you giving these people who are supposed to be your chosen, right? God's chosen people. And, the Bible also says that God doesn't show favoritism, but clearly he does if these are his chosen people over everybody else. So God gets his people. He says, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. But wait a minute. I want you to go to the Hivites and the Jebusites and the Perizzites and the Girgashites and go and utterly destroy these people, kill them, take their shit and divide them amongst yourselves. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. It don't make sense. It don't fit. So you got to understand, we get so much duality throughout the Bible and so many different things, and different stories. And a lot of people don't understand that it's just, it's real fitting of life and everything that we do. We all have a dualistic nature. We're all capable of good and evil. The thing is choice. That's life. Life is choice. If you're older, you understand that more than anything, that the choices that you have made has landed you exactly where you are today. Some choices was good, some choices was bad. Some choices you regret, some choices that, you wish you could have tweaked a little bit, or, not been in a position to have made in the first place. But choice, everything is about choice. You have to choose. And that is duality in itself, right there, just the choice of, if you've been doing bad things, you're probably in a bad situation. If you've been doing good things, you're probably in a good situation. And that still, it still might not be true, because, you could be a generous, good person. You get money, you give it away, you constantly always helping people, you give your last, and then, you end up at the bottom. Or when you need something, nobody is there to help you out. And that's what happens to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, everything is dualistic in our reality, in our existence. And the faster you grasp that, the sooner you understand it. You understand the Bible a lot more, one, but it'll also help you out in life and the decisions and choices that you make. And I think it's the best thing we could teach our kids, while they're young, about decisions, about choices. It's not just right and wrong. It's so much things that we do that has to fit the course of where we want our life to go. If you want to be rich and you want to have all this money or what have you, you can't be giving your money away. You have to save. You have to choose not to buy those things you don't need. It's just so much. And that's the pain of life. That's the conundrum of life. And this is why the Buddhists say that, you have to get rid of the love of material things, because you can't have everything that you want. You can't have all material things. Material things have an attachment. You're going to be attached to those things. So you have to choose to let go. And if you let go, you won't have that want. You won't be left wanting because you don't have it. You won't be left with that pain of not having something, because you're not attached to the physical things, the material things anymore. You can do without them. But then the Buddhists are not 100% fulfilled, because then what? You're lacking experience. You're not experiencing life by depriving yourself of these things. So it's dualistic, it's duality. On one hand, you should not have this attachment, but on the other hand, you should want these things because you want to experience them and get that experience of having them. Even the journey and trying to get them is an experience. Trying to save the money, trying to save up for a vacation to go to Egypt or go to Africa, what have you, go to Australia, go anywhere. And that's a journey. That's a learning experience, because it's like, I had to do this, and I had to sacrifice this and that to save the money to be able to go here. And this is one of the things that the Bible stories is trying to teach us. A lot of those stories is about choice. These people choose and they make decisions that causes, they have consequences, and they affect everybody else. For the Israelites, it affect, the group, it affect the tribes. And just making certain decisions to worship certain idols and to do some, marry certain people and go certain places. A lot of those things had real crazy consequences for the Hebrews in the Bible. And it's so many different stories that's teaching you that, you have to make the right choices. So we can look at so many different ancient religions, and we see dualistic deities showing you the yin yang and understanding what that whole thing is about, masculine and feminine energy, and how, it's us. It's really making up who and what we are, as far as us being dualistic, masculine and feminine. And it's a lot to get into with that. It's a lot to understand, because it's deep. It's deep. Certain energies that we have, it's not going to be, it's not going to be the same in every person, and certain choices and things that we do trigger certain energies. And when you understand that, you begin to understand that things like love and jealousy and envy and hate, these are powers, these are energies. You can summon these at any time. And it's things that also trigger these emotions, these feelings. And you have to learn to control them. You can do or don't do. And that is basically, what we fight with, you know, on this planet. It's these emotions that causes us to make choices. So as Robin Williams alluded to a long time ago, like he said, they would hang us back in the day for what we're doing. They'd be burned at the stake because he understood influence. And you got to understand, we're living in a time of influencers that, you got people on YouTube and social media making crazy money and having crazy influences on the masses. That was considered witchcraft. That's horrible. That's wrong, because what does it do? It changes your ideas. It gives you a path towards a choice that you might not want to make, that you've been influenced to make because of, whatever. And that's a bad thing. Anything that's going to influence your choice means that you don't have a choice. You didn't have a choice. It influenced you to change your mind. So when you understand that, then you understand the evil aspect of the music industry and why it's associated with Satan and evil, because these people are influencers, and the music influences, especially hip hop, as I make that connection so many different times. And social media has influence, and this influence is causing people to make choices that are not good for them. So anything that's going to control you or influence you to do something bad will be considered evil. Understand? Anything that will influence you to do something good will be considered, good. Um, and it's simple, happy songs make you feel happy, make you feel good. Bad songs, crazy songs about shooting and killing get you all hype and get you in a rage. And if you're already borderline, ready to jump on somebody, and you hear this song and you snap, and it just give you that little push, that influence to go and do something that you shouldn't do, then you go and do it. And it's a lot of people sitting in prison that's just sorry. They're just sorry. And you had a moment where you just snapped and you pulled that trigger, or you beat somebody up so bad, or you stabbed them, or what have you. Now you just sorry. And that cell sorry for the next 10 years or for the rest of your life. And you know what happens? People try to own it. They try to own that feeling and try to make it like they're this big, tough person that did something bad, not realizing what happened to them. This is why you see people get so heartless and cold in the courtroom. When they get drug in there for murder, you just took these people's son's life, and you in the courtroom trying to look all tough and trying to own that, because you don't even know what happened to you. You didn't even know. And it's like, especially if it's like a, innocent, something you kill somebody with a pair of shoes, something stupid. I mean, and you're sitting there. I've seen so many court cases where the guy just sits there and he's just stone faced, no remorse, no nothing. And that influence is, you trying to go in tough, and then a lot of those other kids who just break down crying, those are the ones that realize it hits them, and they just can't control that emotion, because it hit them that, damn, this was so stupid that I did this. I'm about to spend the next decade, 2 decades, or life in prison for something so stupid. So you got to really understand influence and choice, and just be able to recognize when something is influencing you to make a decision you shouldn't make. And it's out there. Make the right choices. Really think about what you're doing before you do it. Influence is everywhere, especially this day and age. It's all over the place. It's taking our kids, and you really got to fight against social media to keep your kids in the right place these days. And this generation is so lost and messed up because the parents is, almost more hooked on social media than they are. But it's all influence. It's all dualistic, and it's giving you more than ever, you know, decisions, choices that's going to shape the path, the course of your life, from now on. So you got to really be mindful of it and really be conscious of what's out there and what can be influencing you and making you act a certain way or think a certain way, pushing you towards something that you don't want to do. And then next thing you know, you're sorry, you messed up. So yeah, I put out this quick video. Make sure you guys take advantage of the sale. Yeah, there's an update coming for Merkabah Academy. It's going to change the site a little bit, but it's coming. Appreciate the patience on that. But make sure you guys take advantage of this sale. To try to keep it up through the weekend. It's the hard copies are going to be gone, so I would suggest you grab the sale today, because for the hard copies, it's probably going to be done. And it's probably going to be the first edition, but the second edition, we're not putting out too many of those books. They are expensive to print. And yeah, so do the sell, because you guys understand economics, business. The more people buy, the easier it is for us to do the sell. So if we get a bunch of people that, that support, then it's easier for us to do the sell. If it's not, much support, then we can't keep the sell up for that long, because it don't make sense cost-wise. But yeah, appreciate the support. Thanks for your patience, and I'll see you next video.